Hiraeth in Welsh means that longing for home that may or may not be there. But it's in Bakweri, Ezoli, because after 2 years and 2 months in Russia, people had gone to my mother's house and told my mother that I had died. So my mother had extreme Ezoli, which means longing or missing that someone that you love, knowing fully well that they will never return. So this is what I thought. So when I went to Cameroon for the first time in 2017, I met my mother, but my mother did not recognize me. But that was not why I went to Cameroon. I went to Cameroon because I wanted to announce to the Cameroonian public that I was once lost and I found myself a home in Wales. And Wales has propelled me to a platform where I'm recognized as a writer, but nobody knows me in Cameroon. So I wanted to go and see the Ministry of Arts and Culture to introduce myself. When I got there, the receptionist told me that, sorry, Eric, the minister just had his lunch and he's sleeping. So I was there for 2 hours, I never saw him. But as my life has been a series of coincidences, you might call it serendipity. I was sitting in the minister's office and a journalist comes in, Becky Bison, and she has been following my progress on my blog post. And she goes, are you Eric Charles? I said, yes. She took me to CRTV La Radio, the national radio station, and introduced me to a guy called Charles Tembe, who is a senior journalist, and he runs a program called Literary Half Hour, which is broadcast to 7 million Cameroonians. And he interviewed me there, and I told him what I was doing. The next day, we had 30 students in the Yaoundé, and I ran a couple of workshops. And when I came back to Wales, I told the national poet of Wales, Ivor Ablain, that this is my plan. And he was the first person who sent poems to this anthology.
Folks aren't sure what to make of him. Keep an eye on that one. He's got notions, they like to say. There's talk of Clinton wading into the troubles. Word is, he thinks he can sort it out. Let the same fella have a run at it. Better than him have tried and failed. Down south, Ireland win the Eurovision for the umpteenth year in a row. In Your Eyes is the song in question. You'd have a hard time dancing to it, though it's got a catchy hook. Makes a change from the usual earnest shout, plunk, 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 and words about peace. What are the young ones listening to? Shaggy, Ace of Base, Too Unlimited, feel-good Euro hits. They don't sound half so feel-good, pumping through the tinny speakers of the GAA clubs and community centres where Ulster's youth hang out, dancing, smoking, drinking cheap vodka decanted into Fanta bottles. No limits will reach for the sky, the youngsters sing, pit fists pumping furiously to the beat, black bomber jackets soaking up their sweat. They go buck mad every time No Limits comes on. It's only a tune to them, not the call to arms it could be. No Limits indeed. What a load of bollocks. These kids hail from Aucher, Clocher and Cullibaggy. Say it out loud. Cullibaggy. You can practically hear the fences. They couldn't be more limited if they tried. Elsewhere in the province they're still at it, killing each other with bombs and guns. It's the 23rd or 4th summer of this nonsense. Depends on when you started keeping count. Most folks are fed up with the whole thing. They're adamant the killing must stop. There's a war in Bosnia and Afghanistan. There's a brutal one winding up in Rwanda. You can't turn your telly on for seeing dead bodies piled everywhere. Blood pooling in the gutters, women howling and getting on. The people here are sick of death. This isn't a third world country. This is Britain. Or this is Ireland. Or both. Or neither. Or its own country. Its own institution, peculiar as a maiden aunt. Either way, it's a civilised country. It's been a whole 2 years since McDonald's arrived.